My beloved brothers and sisters, sometimes in life Allah doesn't move the mountain in front of you. He simply tells you to turn around, not because you're weak, not because you failed, but because He wants to protect you. Because what's on the other side of that path is something that could destroy your peace, your faith, your future, and even your connection with Him. And sometimes the hardest test is not in holding on, it's in walking away. In this video, we're going to uncover 7 powerful signs that Allah is telling you, this path is not for you. Let go, I have something better for you. 1, your heart feels constantly heavy, even when things look fine on the outside. There are moments in life where everything looks fine on the surface. You have what people call a good life. You may have a job, you may have people around you, you may even smile and laugh in public. But deep down, you're not okay. There's a quiet ache inside you, a weight you carry that no one else sees. And sometimes not even you understand where it's coming from. You keep telling yourself, maybe I'm just tired, maybe I'm overthinking, maybe I should be grateful. But no matter how much you try to brush it off, the heaviness returns. Every night, when it's just you and your soul, the sadness creeps back in. This, my dear brothers and sisters, could be a sign that Allah is gently calling you away from something. Because Allah doesn't always speak with lightning and thunder. Sometimes He speaks through silence, through discomfort, through that feeling of unease that refuses to go away. You see, the heart of a believer is sensitive. It's not just made to pump blood, it was made to feel truth. And when you're in a place that's pulling you away from that truth, when you're in a situation that goes against your fitrah, your values, your connection with Allah, your heart will feel it first. It will become unsettled, restless. Because the soul doesn't find peace in anything other than what is pure. So even when everything seems fine, when the job pays well, when the relationship looks stable, when the plan is working, your soul might still whisper, something's not right. And that whisper is mercy. It's Allah gently telling you, my servant, you're not meant to stay here, you're meant to rise. Sometimes Allah allows your heart to become heavy, not to punish you, but to prepare you, to wake you up, to help you detach from something you were never meant to be attached to in the first place. And remember, Shaitan wants you to ignore that feeling. He wants you to say it's just stress. He wants you to distract yourself, to numb it with more entertainment, more noise, more distractions. Because he knows if you stop long enough to listen to your soul, you'll hear the call of your Creator telling you to walk away. So don't run from the heaviness. Reflect on it. Ask yourself, why is my heart no longer at peace? What am I holding on to that Allah wants me to let go of? Because Allah promises in the Quran, indeed in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. Surah Ar-Ra'd 13:28. If your heart is not at rest, it might be because you're remembering the wrong things, clinging to the wrong people, or walking the wrong path. Sometimes the heaviness in your chest is your soul asking for permission to leave what's breaking it. Give it that permission. Let go. Trust Allah. The weight you feel now is not meant to stay. It's meant to guide you towards something better. 2, doors keep closing no matter how much you push. Sometimes in life it feels like you're trying everything. You've done your part. You've made sincere dua. You've planned with care. You've sacrificed sleep to pray tahajjud. You've humbled yourself, asked for forgiveness, and told Allah, I just want what's best for me. And yet, the door you're knocking on doesn't open. Not only does it stay shut, it feels like every single door you go to closes right in your face. You apply to one job after another. Silence. You try to hold on to a relationship. It falls apart. You chase a dream. The path disappears. And it breaks you inside. You start to question, what am I doing wrong? Is this a punishment from Allah? Why won't He give me what I'm asking for? But here's the secret. My brother, my sister, sometimes the closed doors are not signs of Allah's anger. Sometimes there are signs of His deepest mercy. You may think you need that person, that job, that life, but Allah knows the unseen. He knows what would happen if you walked through that door. He knows the pain that's waiting for you behind that opportunity. He knows how your heart would break, how your iman would weaken, how your soul would suffer. So He closes it, not to destroy your hope, but to protect your heart. That delay you hate, that rejection that hurt you, that path that never opened, it might be the biggest blessing you never saw coming. You see, when we ask Allah for something, we only see what's on the surface. We see the sparkle, we feel the excitement, we imagine the outcome. But Allah sees beyond. He sees the long-term impact on your soul. He sees whether this thing will bring you closer to Jannah or pull you deeper into the dunya. And because He loves you more than you even love yourself, He will stop you from walking into fire disguised as gold. So instead of asking, why did this door close? Ask yourself, what is Allah saving me from? Because Allah never withholds out of cruelty. He withholds out of care, out of knowledge, out of love. And maybe, just maybe, you're not being delayed, you're being redirected. Not every locked door is a dead end. Sometimes it's a divine detour, a gentle nudge that says, not this way, my servant, I have something better for you, just trust me. Think back to your life. How many times did you desperately want something only to realize later that its absence was the greatest mercy? That job, you didn't get it, would have drained your soul. That person you thought you'd marry, they were never meant to walk with you to Jannah. That plan you cried over, Allah had something waiting that would have never arrived had you stayed stuck where you were. So don't be angry at the closed doors. Don't curse the rejection. Don't lose hope when life takes a turn you didn't expect. Because that closed door might be Allah's way of protecting your peace, guarding your heart, preserving your faith, or preparing you for a door so big, so beautiful that it couldn't open until you were ready for it. Sometimes Allah doesn't change your situation because He first wants to change you. He wants to build you, strengthen you, heal you. Because the blessing you're asking for, it's not just about the thing itself, it's about who you become through the waiting. And this is why the Prophet, the peace be upon him, taught us, know that what missed you was never meant for you, and what reached you was never going to miss you. This is not just a hadith, it's a lifeline. It's a call to surrender to Allah's wisdom, to stop fighting closed doors and start trusting the one who controls them all. So next time you face a wall where you expected a window, take a breath, wipe your tears and whisper, Ya Allah, I trust that you are guiding me even when I don't understand. I trust that this no is actually a better yes in disguise. I trust that your love is closing what needs to be closed, to open what is meant to be mine. Because when Allah closes a door, He's not saying no forever. He's saying, wait, I'm saving you, I'm preparing you, and when it's time, I'll open something even better, inshallah. 3, you keep falling into sin in that environment. There are moments when everything looks fine on the outside. You show up, you smile, you fulfill your duties, you go through the motions, but deep inside, something doesn't feel right. You feel uneasy, your heart feels tight. And no matter how much you try to force yourself to be okay in that environment, something inside you is crying out, begging to be heard. My dear brother, my dear sister, that heaviness, that restlessness in your chest, that's your soul speaking. That's your fitrah, your God-given nature trying to tell you, this is not where you belong, this is not good for your iman. You might be in a job that pays well, but your heart feels distant from Allah. You might be surrounded by people every day, but you feel lonelier than ever. You might be pursuing a relationship, a dream, a lifestyle, but it no longer aligns with your values. And deep down you feel trapped, suffocated, like something sacred inside you is slowly fading. That, my beloved, is not something to ignore. When your heart no longer feels peace in a place, even if everyone around you tells you it's where you should be, listen carefully, because Allah places signs in your soul. He places discomfort in your chest to warn you. This path may be beautiful to others, but it's not good for your hereafter. You see, the world has mastered the art of appearances. Everyone's chasing money, status, likes, attention. But your soul wasn't made for noise. Your soul was made for Allah. And when you stay in a place where Allah is forgotten, even if it looks glamorous, your iman will begin to starve. The gatherings where backbiting is the norm, the friendships where modesty is mocked, the relationships where your Islamic boundaries are constantly pushed. These environments might look exciting on the outside, but internally they are poison. And Allah, out of His mercy, will allow your soul to feel it. That anxiety, that tension, that tightness in your chest, it's not weakness. It's not guilt you need to get over. It's your fitrah telling you, please take me back to the remembrance of Allah. Please remove me from the space that is killing my peace. Sometimes the most courageous thing you can do for your iman is to walk away from what everyone else is walking toward. To say, even if this costs me status, comfort, approval, I cannot lose myself, I cannot lose Allah. Because if a place requires you to disconnect from your Lord just to belong, then you don't belong there at all. And remember, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, leave that which causes you doubt for that which does not. That uneasiness, that lack of barakah, that inner conflict, it's a sign. It's Allah whispering to your heart, my servant, this is not your path. I created you for better. I created you to walk in light, not drown in shadows. So don't ignore your soul. Don't silence its cries. When a place no longer brings you closer to Allah, it's not a loss to leave, it's a victory. It's a spiritual awakening. It's a moment of reclaiming your faith, your dignity, your peace. You are not weak for walking away from what weakens your iman. You are strong for choosing your soul even when it costs you comfort. Because in the end, no job, no relationship, no environment is worth trading your closeness to Allah. If something consistently drains your light, if it pushes you towards sin, if it suffocates your ability to grow in deen, then Allah is not just asking you to walk away, He's guiding you to something better. And when you walk away for the sake of Allah, don't fear what you leave behind. Because the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, whoever leaves something for the sake of Allah, He will replace it with something better. So breathe, trust your soul. And if it aches in a place where Allah is forgotten, that might just be your sign that it's time to leave. 4, you've started losing yourself in order to stay. One of the clearest signs that Allah is telling you to walk away is when you start losing who you are just to make other people happy. You bend your values. You ignore your needs. You silence your pain, all to keep the peace. You put on a smile even when you're hurting. You say yes when everything inside you is screaming no. And slowly, without even realizing it,